Welcome to O.D.Y Picks. We're here to talk about all the best picks for week number 2. Now, in this video here, we're going to discuss the Thursday night game, the Monday night game, and all the 4 o'clock and the Sunday night games. So let's get started. Now, for Thursday night football, we have the Cincinnati Bengals traveling on the road against the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Browns here are 6-point favorites. And honestly, what we saw last week, it wasn't good. I mean, Baker Mayfield, I'm going to make a prediction here. Baker Mayfield, man, I think that he's going to get benched sometime throughout this season. Maybe that's probably week 5, week 6, I don't know. And Matt Castle's going to come in. And no, I'm sorry, not Matt Castle. Case Keenum. I apologize. Case Keenum. I think Case Keenum's going to come in, and I think he's going to make some noise here. I think he's probably going to save the Cleveland Browns season because Baker Mayfield is not the answer. He's not talented. I mean, I don't know. All those weapons, and he's not delivering. So, I don't know. Now, I did like what I saw from Joe Burrow against the Chargers. Obviously, they could have sent that game to overtime, but the kicker missed the kick. I mean, my God, for your first game, that's pretty brutal, but it is what it is. But I think here, I'm going to take the Cleveland Browns with the 6 points here. They're at home, and I think they're going to have some fans here, if I'm not mistaken. So it's going to give them a little bit of energy because they need it. So I'm taking the Browns with the 6 points. And we have here the total at 44 points. I'm going with the under. Again, both teams have new coaches. And obviously that both teams that showed last week. Cincinnati couldn't really score on the Chargers. And the Browns couldn't score really at all. I think they only scored, 6 points, which is crazy. So I'm going with the under here with the 44 points. Next game here, we have the Washington football team traveling against the Arizona Cardinals here. Now, the Cardinals are actually 6.5-point favorites here. Which is pretty crazy. I mean, yeah, they upsetted the 49ers, man. I mean, this is year 2 in that offensive system that they're working with here. I mean, Murphy was pretty good. DeAndre Hopkins, obviously elite. He did his thing. The Washington football team, they surprised everybody against the Eagles last week, which is crazy. They surprised me. I was actually pissed off about it because I chose the Eagles. But Dwayne Haskins, man, hey, he brought them back, man. What else can you say? But at home, Arizona, I'm taking the Cardinals here. I'm taking the 6.5 points here. I mean, granted, I don't think Washington can do it again. I mean, yeah, they're probably playing hard for Ron Rivera because he had cancer. That's probably the case. But I'm taking the Cardinals here. And we have here the total at 46.5. I'm going with the under. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game at all. So I like the under in this one. Next game here, we have the Baltimore Ravens on the road against the Houston Texans. Now, the Ravens are favored by 6.5 points here. Every bone in my body is telling me to take the Baltimore Ravens because what they did to Cleveland, and obviously they probably have the best all-around complete roster in the NFL. But I'm gonna take the Houston Texans here, man. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm taking the plus 6.5 here. Houston will be at home. I mean, yes, they got beat down on the season opener, but I mean, hey, it's the Chiefs. I mean, these guys can score on anybody. But I don't know, man. I think there's gonna be a bounce back game. Deshaun Watson, he's too good of a quarterback. I have him at least top 5, definitely in the NFL. So I'm definitely gonna go here with the Houston Texans here. The total is 52.5. I'm going with the over. I do expect this to be a bit of a high-scoring game here. Hopefully it'll be a high-scoring game here. This may be one of those games that Baltimore may just run the ball out. Who knows? We don't know, but I'm going to take the over here. I'm going to go out on a limb here. Next game here, we have the Kansas City Chiefs on the road against the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, the Chiefs here are 9-point favorites. And I'm going to take the Chargers, man. I'm going to take the Chargers. I know a lot of you guys are saying, what? Nah, it's the Chiefs. What they did on the season opener was incredible. I mean, now it seems as if they found a running back, which is also scary. They got all these guys that can run and catch the ball. Now they got a running back. It's going to be crazy. Patrick Mahomes, we all know he's the best quarterback in the game. But the Chargers do have a pretty decent defense. It is a divisional game here. I mean, I don't know, Tyrod Taylor, he's pretty conservative. He really is. But, I mean, historically, the Chiefs don't really always beat the Chargers too much. I mean, the last 2 times they played last year, I think the Chiefs beat them by like 10 or 11 points at home. But when they were, on the road against the Chargers, they only beat them by like a touchdown. So I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take the Chargers here with the +9. Now, the total is 48 points. I'm going to go with the over here. I'm going to go with the over. I don't think LA is going to score a lot of points. I just hope they keep it close. I really do. I just hope they keep it close. I really do. I mean, that kind of sounds kind of crazy. I'm saying they probably not score a lot of points, but keep it close. But hey, that's what I have here on paper. I'm going to go with the over here. For Sunday night, we have the New England Patriots on the road against the Seattle Seahawks here. Now, the Seahawks are favored by 4 points, and I'm taking Seattle here. I just love Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is obviously the second best quarterback in the league. This guy was so efficient last week. I think it was like, 31 for 35. I mean, it's 3 touchdowns. This guy is incredible. He carries that Seattle Seahawks team. Now, New England, it was very interesting to see what they was going to do with Cam Newton. And obviously, they ran that ball. He had 15 carries last week. It was great to finally see Cam Newton back in action, even though they was trying to snatch his chain off. But hey, it's Cam Newton. He probably was talking all in their ear, and they couldn't stop him, and that's why they was pissed off at him. I love Cam Newton. But I like Seattle much more. I think Seattle's going to cover this spread here with the 4 points, and the total's only 45. I'm going to go with the over here. I mean, granted, I might change my mind later on down the week here, but for now, I'm taking the over here. For this video, I'm going with the over. Again, Seattle doesn't have a great defense, so maybe New England can score some points here. So I'm just go with the over here. And the last game, which will be on Monday night, is New Orleans Saints on the road against the Las Vegas Raiders. Kind of suck because they're going to be opening their new stadium. Like again on Sunday night, LA was opening their new stadium with no fans. But hey, you know, we're living through a pandemic. It is what it is. But the Saints are favored by 6.5 points here. And I'm going to take the Saints. I mean, they laid a straight beat down on Tampa Bay last week. The Saints is the best overall constructed team in the NFC. And they're traveling. They're taking their talents on the road here. The Las Vegas Raiders, they can't stop nobody. That was a problem last year. The defense couldn't stop anybody. That was a problem again in week 1. Carolina scored 30 points on them. I mean, with Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, come on now. And this is the Saints. Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, which is hurt, but he said he's going to play through it. Emmanuel Sanders is also a good receiver, too. And you got Alvin Kamara back there as well, too. So you got some weapons here. I don't know if John Gruden and his Raiders is going to stop them from scoring. So I'm taking the Saints. The total here is at 51.5. You got to go with the over. You have to go with the over. It should be a high-scoring game. So those are my picks here for the Thursday, Monday night game, and all the 4 o'clock games here. Like I said, this is O.D.Y Picks. Like and subscribe, and let's win some money.